to Stock Talk. This is Scott. Glad you could make it tonight. Hope you had a good day in the market. We did have a really good day in the market. The market was up 1,167 points, I believe it was. We were green across the board. Got back a lot of green that we lost yesterday, so that was good. Unfortunately, these things don't usually go up as fast as they fall down, and that's just a fact. So the question is, we got to think about is, have we seen the bottom? We talked about that a little bit last night. Or is this just a bounce? Or is it both? We shall see. I mean, that's all we're going to have to do. We'll have to wait and see on that. But we did have a good day, and that was the goal was to stop the bleeding. We did for today anyway. So we'll check and see how we're doing tonight in the futures. We'll take a look at our portfolio and kind of talk about some of those, and then we'll just take a look at what's going on in the market and talk about maybe our game plan for tomorrow. We are close to being able to sell one, and tomorrow is Wednesday, so it'd be nice to go ahead and get that sold. We'll talk about that a little bit in just a minute. Okay, so let's dive in and take a look at our portfolio. Let's switch over to that real quick. And here's our portfolio, and as you can see, here's our markets. Did have a really good day, up 4.89%, up 1,100 points. Of course, we were down to 2,000 something yesterday, so that don't really make up for what happened yesterday, but it's a start. So take a look at SPY, and that's the one I've got right now that we're sitting up. We bought it. I think we bought that yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, we bought it yesterday, and we're up 5% right now on it. Didn't take the money today. Just trying to see if we can get a little bit more money out of it. If not, we'll try to get it sold before the week's over with. But that's one of those I've got a lot of confidence in. These reflect the market, and I believe the market's going to do okay this week eventually after everybody gets the scare out of them. But up 5.7%. We're up in our portfolio about, I think, 5%. So we're not doing bad at all on that one. So we'll try to possibly get rid of that one tomorrow. GBTC, our Bitcoin was up. QQQ up really high again, 5.45. We're getting pretty close on that one too. Don't think we'll be selling that one this week, but might get to save that one for next week, and the BTI as well. Both those market reflectors, we took a deep dive in those last week. If you want to see what's in those ETFs, take a look at last night's video. X. Good little jump with X today. Thank goodness that thing was getting bid up. I looked at it today and it was actually up $5 and something for a little bit. So we need that thing to turn around for sure. Peloton's the only red one we had today, down 24 cents. And here's what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Novavax. Novavax has some earnings tomorrow. Usually I don't like to be holding during the earnings, but their earnings doesn't mean quite as much right now as so much as these test results. And my hope is tomorrow that they would come up with some news about these test results. But they haven't done that yet. But this morning and after pre-market, this thing was actually up around $13 and something, I think it was. It had some news. Let me pull that news up here. They received $4 million of funding for the coronavirus. So they did get some funding from this coalition here, CEPI. That was what was making it pop in the pre-market, and the news wore off a little bit as the day went on, but it held up pretty good. I mean, 6%, we'll take it, 6% in the day, and then in after hours we're up pretty good on that as well. But as you can see, where it opened up at, it was the day's range was 1248 to 1035. So. But the pre-market was really up there. Let's just pull that up so we can see that real quick. The pre-market part of it. There it is. So here's your pre-market. Here's your pre-market, this kind of blue area. And you see right here. Right here. There it is. 1369. So it was way up there in pre-market. And then came down a lot and still came down some more, but that was good to see. A lot of volume on the open. We did have a pretty heavy day on the volume today. for Novavax. 12 million shares, normally 6 million. So that was one to watch with all this virus stuff going on. Anything can happen any day. Any kind of news on the virus testing is going to make this thing move up probably, as long as it's good news. And they're doing animal testing. They have not, said they've finished with that yet. But as soon as they do and say they're ready to go to human testing or something, that's going to make it pop probably. But this did it this morning, so that was good. And any kind of news, you can see how sensitive these things are to the news. So we'll just keep an eye on that one really close. I'm hoping a good bit of it still. I'm in third in my position that I had before. The shares that we're holding that we traded here are 14.40, 14.90, I think, and $12. So I think that's what they were. MPC up a little bit today. We'd like to see that one turn around. Of course, we still have the issues with the oil. So until that gets resolved, this one's going to have to, just find a bottom. Hopefully it's already found one. I would like to average down some more on that one, but I want to keep a certain amount of cash on the side. So I'm trying to be careful there and not get all my cash out there. It's because when you're cost averaging, you're not going to be trading that anytime soon. So when you put money into those type of shares, then that's going to tie your cash up for a good while. It could be as long as a year or so. So that's what you got to think about when you're going to cost average something. Do I want to cost average now this little bit of cash I've got left? Or, if I don't mind cost averaging when I've got a pretty good bit of cash. All right, but when I start getting narrow on my cash, then I want to be careful what I'm cost averaging, because it's going to tie up your money for a while. The way I do things anyway. Okay, so you want to be real careful with that. But that's a good one to cost average. I'm sure wanting to do some more, that one and X, before it gets back up there too far. But if it gets up there, I've cost averaged both of those a little bit already, so we're okay either way. Okay. All right. So the other two, Cliff, ACB, they're both up green. Decent, but nothing to brag about. But that's where they are. So that's okay. And we'll just see. We'll be watching those tomorrow as well, the whole portfolio. We'll go ahead and jump over to our aftermarket tonight and see what's going on. All right, here's the what happened today, but it does look like we've got some Dow futures point to us lost some more than 600 points after Tuesday surge. So I think we're going to have a bunch of red on our screen here in just a minute. Okay, so that's okay. That's all right. This thing's going to be volatile. You might as well get used to it till things settle down. Asia, we got Asia. Nikki's down. Shanghai and the Hong Kong's up a little bit, kind of flat. So that's all right. That's a good, nothing terrible going on there. Let's take a look at oil. Oil's at 35.49. Oil jumped more than 10% today, so that was good. It's what we needed. We need that to continue those talks and get that oil production level where it needs to be to get this oil back up to, they say the producers in the United States need it to be around at least $40, $45 a barrel. So that's what we want it. I'd like to see it around 50, 55. That doesn't help us at the gas pump, but it does help our stocks. Pre-market, let's take a look. Yeah, we're down 500 points right now. On the Dow, S&P looks like 62, about 2% across the board there. So that looks like we might be off to a little rough start in the morning. And that's the way it goes, Sometimes it's going to be a rough start. You can see here we still have all this corona stuff going on. You do see the Democrat thing here. Biden's pretty much looks like he might be wrapping this thing up almost against Bernie. We'll see though. But coronavirus is the news. The oil's the news. That's the two things that's going to be dominating the news. And you see it if you watch the TV all day. You'll see it all day long. That's what's on TV all day long is the news about the market and the oil and the virus. So um, we're just gonna take it easy. Hopefully, we can get that sale in tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We like to get that trade done on Wednesday and pocket some money. That's always the goal. Midweek. We're on track to do that, but based off what I'm seeing there, that we might not be able to do it tomorrow unless things change between now and tomorrow, which they can. They can change in a heartbeat. It doesn't take very much news to make this thing move either way, and so that's what we're going to hope for. And we get something, at least get this thing leveled out. We'll definitely, by seeing that, we're going to have to try to take that 5% if we can get it now, for sure. But I wanted to see if we could squeeze just a little bit. Last time we got 7% out of it, so we were trying to do that again, but that's all right. Those things are going to follow this market, so once this market goes up, it's going to be fine. So we're not worried about it either way. Other than that, keep your eye on that Novavax earnings tomorrow. Looking for some news. Either way, could be the virus news, could be their nano flu news. And as soon as that nano flu news comes out, it's going to go big one way or another, I believe. So hopefully it's good news because I still have a good bit of that. But we are sitting in the green on one half of that, so and heavily in the green. So those are some cheap shares I got on one account. So and the other, I've already told you what we've got those at. So. But just wanted to jump on tonight. Still a little down, and as far as my health goes, but we're getting over the hump, I believe. But I appreciate you watching the videos. Like the videos, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. We did pick up another subscriber, so I appreciate that. And if you haven't done it, just click that button at the end of the video. There's one in the corner here. You'll see it, and just click on that and subscribe. All right, well, have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later on this week. All right, thanks. To subscribe, click the button in the right-hand corner. Thank you.